Ladies and gentlemen, I'm guessing one of your first businesses ever was probably either reselling stuff on eBay or Amazon or refurbishing, let's say, used iPhones or electronics. Maybe not. At least for me, that was the case. I remember my first business was literally just going to thrift stores and selling stuff from there on eBay. In today's video, however, I'm going to show you a store that is taking this model of refurbishing things and reselling them and taking it to a whole new level. I'm talking like 50 million and above. So it's going to be an incredible example, not only on conversion rate optimization for your actual landing pages, because what they're doing is really awesome, but also just in general for business inspiration and knowledge, right? Like, it's incredible to see how far you can take really any business if you're just committed to it and you do things the right way and build amazing teams and incredible user experiences. So as you see here, I'm on a store called Rebello. And maybe you've heard of it. It's actually a store out of Singapore. I looked into it a little bit. And as you see, they've raised over $50 million from investors. And like I just mentioned, this is a store out of Singapore. So Singapore is just popping off. It's definitely a segment, or a market rather, that is still virtually untapped. So it's interesting to see that it really goes a long way to take business models that have succeeded in the US market and just simply taking it to a new market like Singapore. If we look at their traffic distribution, we can see that they're absolutely exploding to over 400,000 monthly visitors in February. SimilarWeb's not entirely accurate. It usually is a conservative estimate, so they're easily doing over 1 million a month, probably more than that. And as you see, their website is just so amazing. It just gives you so much trust because right away the first thing they talk about is Trustpilot. They have over 200,000 customers, 12-month warranties, certified sellers, 30-day free returns. So right away, you get a glimpse of the kind of business that they run. And this is really good for consumers, right? This really increases your conversion rate to talk about, how trustworthy you are. Obviously, make sure it's true. And then the second thing that really appeals to the consumer here is talking about how it's a sustainable tech market. That's a new term that I learned today, sustainable tech. And it makes so much sense, right? Because we have so much technology at our disposal now, but who is actually making sure that, it doesn't go to waste and that it's actually being reused and recycled? This company is being a part of that process. Now, again, you don't have to be raising $50 million in order to do this. You could do this at a smaller scale, even locally, right? If you just refurbish electronics, you could use the same sort of marketing angle because you see how powerful it is. I mean, people are literally investing in this business. Don't ever let anybody tell you that marketing isn't important. Marketing is incredibly important. And as you see, this is another term that's really interesting. Circular economy. I really like that. And, they got a bunch of trust badges. Again, they hit you with even more trust right here. But let me show you their landing page because that's where I think they're just excelling. I mean, they're excelling in every area. That's why, they're doing so well. But as you see, they're selling iPhone 8s for $97, like super affordable. And you see how they're doing all these little optimization things. It's selling fast right away with a fire emoji, secure payments, right? And they have 3 different variant categories. They have good conditions, excellent condition, and new condition. So new is just, obviously brand new. Now, if we scroll down even just a little bit, we see some more trust badges on the landing page. And this one is one that I love that fits so well with their theme of sustainable tech. Is for each purchase, they plant a tree, which is super simple. And personally, I love it. I'm thinking of adding this to all my businesses. I think it would be really cool to start planting more trees. And then they got a what's in the box tab, which is so clever. Even though it's just a phone and a charging cable, it actually does increase trust to add something like this because people want to know exactly what they're going to be getting with their order. They don't want to be surprised, especially in a negative way. They got the quality assurance and more specifications, and then they got this thing again on the sustainable tech device and some more trust badges. The same stuff that they have on the home page, they have it on every single product page, which is really clever. Now, surprisingly, they don't have a huge social media presence. As you see, they don't get a lot of engagement on Instagram. They hardly have 14,000 followers. I have more followers than these guys, yet, they're raising $50 million. So it goes to show that social media is not everything when it comes to starting your business. A lot of people say it's a requirement, and there's no denying that having social media for your business will help it in some way, right? Free brand awareness, free community building, free way to just get more sales, right? But it's not absolutely necessary, and there's definitely things that we're still learning about in terms of how to grow a business that has nothing to do with ads, nothing to do with social media. It just has to do with almost like insider info, right? Like actually meeting investors and business people in the real world, not just in the digital world. So I'm interested to continue to learn about business as a whole. Hopefully it'll help my businesses as well, and I'm sure it will help yours too. So just wanted to share this with you real quick because I found it super interesting. It really brought me back to kind of my old days in entrepreneurship where I was reselling things, but just someone that took it to a whole new level, right? So that's what's really cool in my opinion, is to see the same business model that you can start at like a small scale with like $100 in high school, and then taking it to this 8 and 9 figure level, and the whole spectrum. There's so many things in between that. But hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully it inspired you in some way. Definitely inspired me. And I'll see you tomorrow in the next one. Peace.